Greetings everyone, your Kicking Life Guru Master Rich Grogan here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So today I want to discuss anger, fear, scare, worry. Are those things worth worrying about? Being feared about, scared about, angry about? I don't know. We all have those emotions. We truly do. But one of my mentors always talks about, Kyoshi Dave Kovar, and that is, if it helps to get mad, then get real mad and see if it gets the problem solved. So I want to share a couple personal stories that have happened in the last 3 or 4 days in my life and in the Grogan life. Starting with the scariest thing was yesterday morning, my son had an accident, pretty bad accident. He totaled his car, and of course that's every parent's worst nightmare is getting that phone call. Well, fortunately, I got the call from him as opposed to the police or the ambulance or anybody else. What happened was, it was raining, he slid off the road, he rolled his car, and somehow he's able to, as it's rolling, get it back on its wheels. Well, he called, he was frazzled, but he was okay, and went and checked that thing out, and oh my gosh. And I'll post some pictures later of the car just to let you see it smashed and totaled. Other than a few bumps and bruises, he made it out okay. So, yeah, scared to death. Now listen, I'm just like any other parent. Well, I'm probably a little more aggressive than most. But the first thing was fear. Scared to death that even though he's 16 years old and he's big and tall and a big, great kid, he's still my little buddy. I was scared to death. So I get there and I see the crash scene, worried. Luckily, nobody else was involved. He slid off the road, which was great. Anyway, my first emotion was fear, and then of course my second emotion, when I found out he was fine, was I was ready to rip his head off for not paying attention, being more aware, because of course those fears and instincts really kicked in. However, I was really and I'll pat myself on the back here, and maybe you can relate to this, I was proud of myself for not overreacting and not getting overly angry with him, at least visible. Now inside, of course, all these different emotions going on, but it really gave us a time to connect and to talk. And hey, say, buddy, God was looking out for you. You caught a break here. Take advantage of this opportunity to make sure that we learn from this mistake. So I wanted to share that with you to let you know, hey, if something like this happens to you or teenagers, they're going to screw up. You know they are. So think about it before you overreact. I tell you that because in the past I have overreacted and it never does anything. Just like getting so angry at something, is it going to do any good? No. So try and figure a way out. Second thing that happened was today I was supposed to be in Denver for a conference. We get to the airport at 4:45 in the morning to find out the plane was canceled. The flight was canceled. Okay, no big deal. It's happened before. Well, I'm on Southwest. Well, they don't have any more flights out. So I have to go to the main terminal to try and get a flight out. And I go through all the different airlines. I'm online. I spend 5 hours there and don't get a flight out. Call Southwest on hold for, you know how long it is, half hour, 45 minutes. And finally, well, we don't have anything till tomorrow morning. Okay, well, I've got a hotel. I've got a rental car. I've got all these other things. And of course, the conference I was supposed to be at today. Well, do I get frustrated? Yeah, I'm a little frustrated. But once again, did I scream, throw a temper tantrum, have a fit? Did I want to? Yeah, truthfully, I did. But I realized it wasn't going to do any good. All it was going to do is upset me more and upset others. Of course, the Southwest agent on the phone, once I got on the phone with them, they were a little helpful. I would have really appreciated a little bit more. But they got me on the flight tomorrow. I'm going to be there and everything's going to be okay. I once again share this with you because those are all the emotions we all have. But it's how we react to those emotions. I tell you, because a couple years ago, man, I probably would have handled it a lot differently than I am today. But due to trying to reprogram the mind, being positive, analyzing things a little bit more, and thinking, what am I really going to get out of this by getting upset and frustrated and angry? Nothing but more frustration. And of course, the thing with my teenager, what would I get by screaming and yelling at him and making him feel worse than he already does? Nothing, but I use that as a time to connect with him. Now, subsequently, Austin, my teenager that had the wreck yesterday, was with me today, and he's never been on an airplane before. He's never been in the airport before except to pick me up. So this was his first experience, and of course it wasn't the best one, but I wanted to make sure that I set the best example I could to show him, hey, sometimes things happen, they're out of our control. We just have to act. The way we act to them is what dictates that. And you know, you've heard me talk about this before. Life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% how you react to what happens to you. So I'm sharing this with you because I've grown in this area and I want you to grow and help you with this area as well. Third thing that happened, this was a week ago now, we had our house on the market. We were in position to buy another house, a house kind of our dream house. Well, someone jumped ahead of us in line there who didn't have a contingency on their house, and they bought the house we were going to buy. So we took our house off the market. Of course, once again, a little anger, a little frustration, but my kids are watching, so how I handled that was, you know what, it just wasn't meant to be. Something better is out there for us. And I want to reiterate, the reason I keep bringing this up is simply because life, 10% of what happens, 90% of how you react to it. All those things, I have those emotions just like anybody else. But I want you to be your very, very best. I want to help you be your very best. And by me talking about this to you, it helps inspire me to do a better job. Hopefully it motivates you to do a better job as well. As always, please share this with somebody that you feel will benefit from this message. And you out there, if you've got teenagers, you know what I'm going through. You've been through it before too, but just think before you overreact, okay? Austin's safe, and that's what I'm most thankful for. Everybody's safe, everybody's healthy, everybody for the most part's happy. We're moving along, nothing tragic has happened, so I'm grateful for those things. All right, so until we talk again, as I always end every message here, you get out there and do your best, and I promise you'll be your very best. Have a blessed day, everybody. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.